welcome to my twin flame journey. I am Shine, and this is going to be the weekly reading for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine in the Union for September 7th through the 14th. Here we have the thoughts, how the universe says he should be thinking, how he feels, how he should be feeling, what may be blocking him in regards to coming together in this union, and what is the advice. Same questions are for the feminine, and for the middle we have what is keeping this in separation currently, what connects them, what do they have thing that they have in common, what is needed in order to bring them together, and what is the outcome if they both apply themselves. And I also will pull a Rumi card at the end, which will be the overall thought from the universe as far as how they should proceed in this situation, the advice is. So let us begin. And as far as the masculine, what he's thinking, we have the world. A brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So the world symbolizes cycles completing, one ending, one beginning. And he also has the moon. Powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. So, old cycles ending, new cycles beginning, possibly truths being revealed. He's thinking of how to express a truth that he needs to let out. And how the universe wants him to think. We have the Empress. Time to take action. The power of creativity. Success that allows for a life of luxury. The universe wants him to plant that seed. Start that new cycle. Reveal those secrets. Reveal those truths. So a new beginning can be had. And then you have the Five of Summer. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. So this is pretty much, no more crying over spilt milk. No more sitting there in your thoughts, in the woest, feeling bad and feeling sad. It's time to plant the seed. It's time to reveal how you feel. Let out those secrets. And let this new cycle begin. The end of the old and in with the new. And as far as how he's feeling about the feminine and the union, heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So he's wanting to reveal these secrets. He's wanting to reveal his feelings. He wants to have these heart-to-heart conversations because he believes that she is his true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So somebody's going to be expressing some truths this week. I know the feminine's like, it's about damn time. And the universe is saying, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. I think a lot of times, the feminine is more open to the idea of this connection and all of that, and sometimes but it could be the other way around, because I know that because of a lot of stuff that transpired, it's kind of being flipped now. The chaser is now being the runner in a sense, because there might be some fear involved in regards to stepping into this again, giving it another go. Because many feminines are tired and battle weary. But this is like the last haul. This is the pivotal moment. This is when a lot of twins are supposed to come back into the union. They're supposed to have learned whatever lessons. They were supposed to have grown, each in themselves, while they were separated. And now is the time, divine timing, for people to speak truths, people to come into epiphanies and realizations, and to kind of get this thing going to the next phase. But a lot of the things for the feminine to deal with is learning to trust again, opening her heart again. Because when we've been hurt, we're kind of closed off. So Like I said, things are kind of flipping around now. We have here honeymoon. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And also, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. So they want the divine masculine to, sail off to calmer waters, relax the mind, don't stress about revealing how you feel. Let it go and let it flow. Smoothly down the river. See them sailing away peacefully. The universe, the angels are watching over the union. And it's time to, leave the past behind. Keep an open mind about the situations. Don't try to control everything. Don't try to step back into old behavior patterns. It's time for a new cycle to start. Kind of be open to doing things differently this time around. Now is the test. Because there's been a lot of pain that's transpired. Now is the test for both of them to see if you've learned. Have you learned the lesson? Can you forgive? Can you open up your heart again? Can you change the way you've been? Have you truly grown? Have you truly changed? Like this is the test time. And the advice is, I'm sorry, what might be blocking him from coming into union. Giving and receiving. I balance being generous and receptive because both are equally important. So this is about, the Six of Pentacles, even give and take, 50-50. The relationship was probably out of balance before. One was giving a lot and one was taking a lot. And now it's about being open to receive and being open to give love from a true, authentic place, from a healthy place, a healthy emotional and mental place, and expressing how you feel. Don't stay in fear and worry and, move on to calmer waters. And then we also have inner child. I nurture the child within me through playfulness and self-care. And, for a lot of twins, these lessons that we're having to learn stem from childhood things that need to be healed and transcended. These are the triggers that come out in these relationships, stuff you don't even realize. It's all psychology. It all starts from childhood. What did love look like to me as a child? How do I behave in relationships? What are my feelings about myself? Do I respect myself? Do I allow myself to be a doormat? Am I have fear of abandonment issues? So that's why I close off my feelings and I don't want to let someone else, I'll hurt you before you hurt me kind of thing. This is still an issue. Like I said, this is test time. This is test time to see, have you really learned? Have you addressed this stuff within you that is needing to be addressed so that you can become better and so that this union can come together? This is the test. And then we have advice from the universe for him. Seeker. This is the spirit cats. Meet Spiral. He is always searching, reaching, seeking, questioning. He even looks a bit like a question mark. He is an endlessly curious kitty, peering into the mystery and seeing what stars he can bring home to his family. Follow this kitty as you spiral inward and seek to understand yourself more fully. Peer deep down into what you feel, what you believe, and what you know. Ask what is hiding beneath this feeling. Where did this belief originate, and where is it taking me? What are the treasures of meaning and understanding that I can distill from each experience? Spiral is calling you to begin your quest today. So again, this is about self-reflection. How am I present in relationships? What are my thoughts and feelings, again, about myself? What things do I need to heal within me so that I can give and receive love from a healthy place, an authentic place? You know, don't stay in fear of letting down your guard, of expressing yourself. You know, this is part of the masculine's lesson for many masculines. And now we move on to the feminine. How she feels. Yep. 9 of spring. This is the 9 of wands. I told you, beaten and battle weary. Protect the fruits of your labors. Prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead. Environmental conservation. This is usually the guy standing there looking like he's been through the war. And he's got like one last fight in him. And this is, like I said, this is it. This is the pivotal moment here. Because she also feels 2 of summer. Falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone, forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. So she's thinking about, you know, she wants to give it a go. She's feeling, so we's tired. We's tired. We're beaten and battle weary, you know. But there is love there. And of course, there's always hope of things working out for the best. And how the universe thinks she should be feeling, 3 of spring. Plan your next steps with an eye to long term. Having patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Because you've planted those seeds, you put in that work, you took a step back, you did some self-reflecting, you did some growth work on your own. Now this opportunity is coming around because the masculine has also done some growth on his own. And now it's time to celebrate that fact. 3 of spring. Because someone's returning from the past. 6 of summer. I'm in a silly mood today. Children or childhood, the return of people or romances from your past, remembering events differently. Yes. We run into that a lot. And that's not how it went. Yeah, it did. Remembering events differently in a better or worse light than how they really occurred. We said there's my version, there's your version, and there's the truth. But regardless, they want you to know that he's coming back. He's coming back with some truths, with some secrets, with some revelations, and hopefully with some growth. And hopefully you have it in you to be open to that, you know, so you both can give and receive. And how she feels is you deserve love. You are lovable. She feels like she deserves love, and she also feels like he does. She's calling in her soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Think positively. Don't fear the worst. Don't put the past into the future or bring the past into the present. You know, have those talks, have those heart-to-heart conversations. You know, try to let go of trying to control things. Just let things unfold naturally. Take it slow and flirt. This is the universe's advice. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. But don't forget to love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. This was a big lesson for a lot of feminines. Don't allow yourself to be a doormat. When you respect yourself, you make him respect you. He views you in a different light once you start treating yourself with love and respect. And yes, this is your soulmate. So, it's all gravy, as they say. But what might be blocking her? Family. I pray for my family and give this situation over to God for answers, support, and healing. So maybe there's family members that are like, girl, you crazy. Don't go back to that. You know, because this situation is really, how do you explain to most people? You know, especially depending on what the karma was that was involved here. Because in normal situations, you know, most people probably wouldn't go back to something that was like what the experience was like, you know. But the universe is encouraging you to. So this is, again, a struggle even that the feminine has. within herself, because in my right mind, why would I go back to that? Why would I, But this relationship there's a reason for this relationship. You come together so that you can help heal each other. And, maybe, like I said, there might be some family that might be kind of against the idea. But there's also compassion. I see and feel others' points of view with forgiveness and kindness. It's like to have compassion, both for yourself and for him. Because you're both on your own journeys. You're both learning your own lessons. And again, be open to hearing him out. Because it's a big step for him to even come forward. It's a big step for him to open up. Because that was part of his lesson. So you have to be receptive to that. You have to, your lesson now is to forgive and try to trust again and try to open your heart again. So the lessons never end. They want you to trust in the situation. I know that God, in his infinite wisdom and love, is answering my prayers right now. She's having a lot of problems with trust. This could be a block. The both of them are they both want it, but they're both terrified of it at the same time. So trust is an issue. Compassion is an issue. And joy. Like I said, being happy about it. Instead of being like, oh, I don't want to deal with this, or I don't want to go back again, because you put the negative feelings into it based on what transpired. And of course we do that because it's human nature. You don't forget pain. It's to try to forgive is a big thing to do when you've been really hurt by somebody. And to try to be like happy and joyous that this is coming back around. And so there's a lot of feminines that are having hesitancy because of what happened. But again, we got to watch out for that energy, because what we put out, can manifest. Think positive, both of you. Think positive. And you have this little one from the universe, the road less traveled. Meet Silvio Silvermaw. You won't find him on the well-worn paths of habit and normalcy. However, if you brush away the spiderwebs and circle around the giant trees, you will find Silvio wandering down a path with no paw prints. This road less traveled is often obscured by errant wildflowers and ferns, but if you look for it with an open mind, you will see its peculiar winding way. Turn off the main road and try something new, a new hobby, a new belief, a new way of doing something, a new perspective on a familiar situation. If you usually go right, experiment with going left. This again mentions about control or having an open mind. He had the same thing here. Have an open mind in regards to this whole thing. Take things slow. Be open, be honest, be receptive. Be willing to do the work, because it's not over. It's only just beginning. There's still stuff that's going to come up. There's still stuff within us that we have to address, that we have to heal, that we not even be aware of yet. We think that, we became aware of one thing and that's just it. No, there's more to come. Isn't that wonderful? What is currently disconnecting them? Queen of Spring, brilliant, loyal, talented, friendly. Believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Queen of Spring is like the Queen of Wands. Passionate, creative, takes action in a situation. And also a person who's, excited and passionate about a new beginning. Taking action. Again, secrets have to be revealed. Somebody has to speak up, have heart-to-heart conversations. Like the thing that separates them right now is that perhaps that hasn't happened yet. So there's action that needs to be taken. Creative ways of expressing your love. And what connects them, or what is their common issue or thing. And we have children. Your love life is being affected by children. And then you have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, children for me, as I've mentioned before in other videos, children for me not only symbolizes children, but childhood issues, inner child, stuff that needs to be dealt with, stuff that causes this kind of behavior, codependent behaviors. What did love look like to me as a child? Am I repeating what I saw? Am I chasing, my father, the father figure? Am I emotionally unavailable because I have abandonment issues? Like, what is it still? What work needs to be done? They both obviously still have to address some stuff. It's that it isn't over yet. This still connects them. These childhood issues, these childhood wounds that need to be healed and transcended, so that codependency is not a part of this union, because it can't be a part of this union. This is one of the lessons, to not be codependent, to be independent. So unfortunately, it's something that still connects them. It's something that they both still need to work on. But it's, like I said, still think positive. Just be aware. Be aware. And when you're aware, you can be better. You can be more present in your thoughts and actions and behaviors. And you can put in the work. What is needed to bring them together? Optimism. I expect good things to happen, and they do. Again, think positive. Throw positive energy out. Don't be in the past. Don't be in the future. Don't be in fear. Don't be in animosity or resentment or anger or anything negative that you're taking from the past experience that was more than likely painful. Be optimistic. And also, God. I step out of the way and surrender any need for control, to let go of control issues, in order to make room for God's healing love to flow through me and this situation. I say, let go and let God. Trust. Divine timing. But this also, like I said, doesn't mean that it's you just come together and, be very aware. Be aware of the past. Be aware of what happened. But don't let that consume you, or let that be so much a part of the present that you live in fear or worry or distrust or be closed off. And feminine. So this was a big thing for the feminine. A lot of feminines needed to learn that, not being a doormat thing, not being codependent, and for the males, it was like not to be so narcissistic, where you're all, like, so one is more the taker, one is more the giver. This is for the divine feminine to stand in her truth, to stand in her power, because when you do that, he picks up on that energy. And it helps to keep things in balance. It helps you grow and it helps him grow. It serves no one. It serves no one to enable anybody's dysfunctions, to enable anybody's karma that they need to transcend. You're meant to help each other overcome this stuff, not step into old cycles where you just allow, the things to repeat, the things of the past to repeat. Don't lose this newfound empowerment that you've gained, or the wisdom that you've gained during this separation. Stand in your divine feminine power, because when you do that, like I said, you help him to stand in his. And what is the outcome if you both apply yourself? You have the Princess of Spring. Optimistic, enthusiastic, creative, energetic. It's time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. Now, a lot of couples, unions, have to do with something that's being creative, doing some kind of work that is expressive and is also meant to help humanity in some way. Princess of Spring is like the Prince of Wands. You know, it's a new beginning of something that's, you know, passionate, creative, taking action in something. And then the outcome could also be wedding, union, actual wedding, or just union. Maybe the wedding's put off for a while until everybody's kind of feels safe again. But this situation involves marriage. So this could be the possible outcome. And to me, that seems pretty good. You know, again, it's kind of like it's that crunch time. Anxieties are high, tensions are high, because you know that it's so close. It's so close. And you're really you're picking up on that energy. You know, but keep it light. Keep it light, keep it open, keep it honest. And be positive. Now let us see what Rumi has to say. Spirit, what is the advice? What does the universe have as far as advice for the divine feminine and the divine masculine? September 7th to the 14th. What advice does the universe have? What advice does the universe have? Thank you. These cards are a little funky to shuffle. They're really big. And when you've got small hands, it's hard to shuffle. We have divine discontent. Yes, divine discontent. Sorry for the glare. So let us see what this says. Number 12. My voice is a little scratchy today, I'm noticing. I sound a bit froggy. Divine discontent. Winter falls upon us, so spring can bring new growth. Cry the tears, allow the longing. Sadness brings surrender and a deep desire to be free. I know your heart. I hear it breaking and groaning in darkest night when you imagine yourself to be silently cast adrift in sleep. It speaks to me, that sacred heart of yours, whispering its longing and bemoaning its divine discontent. It knows when something is amiss. It senses that something is not quite right as yet. There is a piece of the puzzle missing. Even in its tremendous gratitude for all that is, and there is much gratitude and sweet appreciation in that precious heart of yours, there is a murmuring, a questioning. It cries out to heaven, vouchsafe me a blessing. I cannot go on. I am broken and in need of your tenderness for healing. I am empty and in need of filling, not with stuff and bits, but with most precious nectar of divine fulfillment. Nothing else will satisfy me. Please, please, restore me to wholeness. I can bear this missing piece, this broken disarray no longer. I listen and I cajole that wise heart of yours. I praise it for its honesty and longing, for the longing is an irresistible perfume to the beloved, attracting the only salve that will soothe the divine discontent of your truth-speaking heart, that of divine presence, absolute and unquestionable. There is a sense within you, perhaps quite obvious to your conscious mind, or perhaps only dimly registered as an unnameable underlying sense of anxiety, that something in your life is not quite right. It may be the sense, even amongst so much gratitude, of a yearning yet to be met, a longing yet to be fulfilled and satisfied. This is the pain of the awakening heart. That heart is capable of bliss and ecstatic reverence for the sheer beauty and wonder of creation. Yet as the heart matures, there will be a process of deep, passionate longing that awakens for the divine. It is the impatience for the caress of the great lover, for the presence of the divine to come to you. Over time, that longing will grow from a mild inner sense of incompleteness, needing to become whole. It will develop into a holy fever, a sacred rage, a stamping of dancing feet, a pounding of fists upon the altar, and a longing so deep and distressing that one may well break into tears at the impossibility of bearing the pain of apparent separation for even a moment longer. Where is my beloved? Cries the awakening heart. I call for my beloved, and yet I am here, still waiting. I can stand this no longer. As devotion grows and passion for the divine intensifies, so too does this yearning, so much so that this may come to feel as though your heart is breaking for the divine, or perhaps you are not quite there yet. Your heart is attached to smaller gods, such as your status, your job, your lover, your body looking a certain way, or being able to live your life in a particular way. These smaller gods are not necessarily an issue, yet you have drawn this oracle, and so it is guidance for you that the divine wants to draw you closer. Sometimes that means we will have the meager meal wrested from our hands, so we may feast upon something far more delectable and grand. The divine is sorry, it's like getting dark in here and I can't see that well. It looks brighter on the screen, but it's not. The divine is a fiercely possessive lover. If there is a face of another beloved preventing you from longing for the divine embrace, and if you cannot see that it is the divine beloved within your lover that you are loving, well then, something will be done by heaven. So make your relationships sacrosanct. Seek the divine in all things. When you cannot, when the power of lesser gods has you in its grip, acknowledge it. Bear witness to it. Do not chastise. Instead, be truthful. Let your heart break and lie prostrate on the floor, hands clutching and head bowed, as though only your sadness and plight could stir the heart of the divine beloved into descent of succor and grace, saving you from a life far too bland for your exquisite Epicurean palate. Just don't misinterpret the pain and think that something really is wrong. If you are surrounded by status and money and cannot understand why you should mourn, it is even more important that you allow yourself to do so. Mourning is to be felt. Understanding is not so relevant. But if you must seek understanding, then know this, dear blazing angel. You are just waking from the deepest slumber, and with your awakening heart, you are realizing a truth. A part of you, deeper and wider, vaster and more instinctive, truthful and intelligent than your mind, is lonely for the divine embrace. This is right. This is sensible. This is sanity. It is the pain, the real noble pain of the heart that says there is something more than this inadequacy, this settling for plastic instead of precious gemstones, that must end now. I cannot be fed by pixelated sunsets in animation upon my computer screen. I yearn to be blasted by so much radiance and beauty, by the real thing, that I become stupefied. I must witness so much divine splendor that all I can utter is some incoherent grunt, my mind dissembled and my heart ignited by the presence of my beloved. I want to become a fumbling, ecstatic wreck in the presence of my beloved. I want to allow this pain, this yearning, this divine discontent to guide me to my holy lover, so my life may never be the same again. And so it shall be. The discontent divine growing within you is beginning, not the destiny. Its purpose is to lead you into your greatest connection yet with divinity. Do not resist it. Witness it. Do not dismiss it, trying to cover up its smell with rose petals. Let your rank discontent be the pathway to divinity. Look beyond what is, what has prized and treasured, and is now found to be plated and not the precious gold it once esteemed to be. Don't be scared, for you are my sidekick on this great holy adventure. I am here, you see, just around the corner. I have you in my sights, though you may not see me yet. I am holding a loaf of fresh bread, hot from the kitchen of the Creator, hoping to entice you with its wafting scent, tempting you to follow me on towards something of far more substance. If you are still stuck on pine-scented air freshener, imagining it is anything akin to the wild scent of the pine forest for real, then how can I tempt you? Let the stench be the stench. Then the fragrance of God can be discerned, and together we can leave what is less behind, once and for all, grabbing like hungry schoolchildren for the divine bread with sweet, fresh scent filling the air. So the universe is saying, don't be scared. Don't be scared. In the longing that each one has or has had in this separation, there's a reason for it. And that's why it caused people to grow within themselves during the separation. and come to realizations, and now wanting to come forth and reveal secrets of how they really feel. They're ready to give and receive. You know, they don't want, even though you might be battle weary, you know, there is still love there. There is still hope there. And there's still reason to celebrate, because you've both accomplished something on this journey. And even though the separation was difficult, there's a reason for it. It's all about divine timing. But that doesn't mean that, you know, it's all going to be great from here on out. There's always going to be ups and downs. But you've gained knowledge in this situation. And now is your chance to apply that knowledge. You have another chance to do it better this time around. So think positively, and I will try to do the same. I say, because we're all in the same boat in this situation. We truly are. So I appreciate all of you. I'm so glad to see that a lot of my readings have resonated with you, and I look forward to being here and delivering more messages and listening to your stories as well. And if you would like a personal reading, the information is on the About Me page. You can go to my website and check out the prices or what I offer. And also, please, you know, like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. And I thank you. I thank you so much for joining me on my journey and allowing me to join you on yours. Take care, everyone. Until next time. Bye-bye.